Hello everyone, I'm Dylan. I'm a trainer at Farragut, the Farragut Studio, Fitness Together. So today we're going to be going over a core exercise kind of routine. You know, they have like the 8-10 minute ab workouts. I wrote up something similar to that, should take about the same time period. So here it is up here on the whiteboard. It's just broken into two sections. So you start off at the top, you're going to get 2 cycles through pretty simple, plain, easy workouts that everyone knows. It's just planks, right? So you're going to start on one side. You're going to do a side plank for 30 seconds, and then you're going to flip over into a high plank, and you're going to do a high plank with some shoulder taps for 45 seconds, and then you're going to flip over to the other side for 30 seconds and do that 2 times through. And then this is the bottom half. We're going to go through this a little later, but each of these core workouts, we're just going to do 10 times each, and maybe you can go through that 2-3 times depending on how difficult it is for you. All right, so we're going to move on over here. I got my lovely assistants with me.
Hey guys, Andrew.
Austin.
So I'm going to take the role of the trainer here since it's my workout. They're going to do the workout for me, all right? So do you want to start at the side plank?
Either that or the high. We'll do the side plank.
All right, so the initial workout, right, the top half, we're going to start with a side plank. So pretend I got a timer here. We're going to go for 30 seconds. We're going to start on an elbow, and we're just going to raise those hips up off the ground. There we go. We're going for 30 seconds on each side. One thing to keep in mind on all these exercises is to keep that core nice and tight. Make sure that the back is nice and flat, staying up. All right, we'll say that was 30 seconds. We're gonna roll over into a high plank. So push-up position, hands, wrist, elbow, and shoulders all in a line. We're up, and we're just tapping the shoulders as we go. There we go, keeping that core nice and tight. Flat back. We're going for 45 seconds here. Let's say that was 45 seconds, and then we're going to flip over to the other side that we didn't start with on the side plank. And we're up.
Oh, I think I already did this.
30 seconds on this side. One thing to keep in mind also when doing a plank, if it's too difficult for you to keep one foot on top of the other, we can stagger the feet on the ground, and it'll make the plank just a little bit easier, just like that, right? All right, awesome. We'll say that was 30 seconds. So we're just going to go through that 2 times to get that core nice and warm, and then take a little break, and we're going to move on to the bottom half. So the first exercise on the bottom half is a toe touch, which is a variation of a crunch that I like.
I'm touching my toes.
Because
Is that good?
that's not gonna cut it for this one. It forces the lower back to kind of stay into the ground, but one thing that you need to keep in mind is that we don't want the neck to go into anything other than neutral position, all right? So let's lay flat on our backs, guys. Legs straight up in the air, trying to make like a 90-degree angle, and then all you're gonna do is you're gonna crunch up and try to touch your toes, but make sure that neck doesn't wrench forward, right? We're trying to keep a nice neutral neck. So we're gonna do 10 of these.
Hey Austin, he said to touch your toes.
Flexibility doesn't play a role in this one. You don't have to get all the way up to the toes. You just crunch it up as high as you can. All right, we'll say that's 10. Next one is a similar motion to what we just did. It's a leg raise, all right? So the same thing. We're gonna be on our backs again. Feet start about 6 inches off of the ground, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna raise those legs straight up to that 90-degree angle, and then nice, slow, and controlled on the way down. One thing to keep in mind here, you don't have to get super low as long as you're keeping that lower back pushed into the ground, right? So keep that core nice and tight, make sure that lower back doesn't come up off of the ground, and we're good, right? We'll call that 10. Reverse crunch now. We're flat on our backs. We're gonna start with the legs bent just like Andrew has right there, and instead of the top half crunching, all we're gonna do is we're gonna raise those knees up off of the ground. We're gonna work the lower abs here, so it'll look something like this instead of this, right?
So lift our butt up off the
That's
floor.
right. Oh. 10 of those. Looking good. Always keeping the core nice and tight, lower back into the ground. Good.
I feel like I'm mooning.
Let's move on to the T-sit, crunchy frog, whatever you want to call it. Here, I'll demonstrate. We're going to be shoulder blades up off of the ground, feet up off of the ground, and then all we're going to try to do is come together, try to touch our hands here, and back down. So again, try to keep that neck nice and neutral, core nice and tight.
I'm sitting this one out.
This is a more advanced ab workout. If you can't do it, there's other variations that you can do, but we'll move on.
Do not try this at home. We're trained professionals.
Let's move on to the V up, all right? So the V up is a combination of the crunch and the leg raise that we did earlier, right? So we're gonna combine that leg raise and a crunch, and we're gonna try to touch our toes as we come up, all right? So let's lay flat. Feet 6 inches off of the ground, arms straight up over the head, and we're gonna try to come together and touch our toes, all right? Keep those legs straight, Andrew. Watch Austin if you want a good example here. There we go. Good. Core nice and tight.
Yeah,
Lower
I'm
back
not
into
good
the
at those.
ground. And good. All right. We're gonna do a side crunch. I'm gonna show you some different variations of this one because this one gets a little tricky. All right. So I'll go this way. A side crunch can be done. I like 3 different difficulty levels. All right. So if we use 2 legs, that's gonna be more difficult because there's more weight down there, right? So I'll start with the hardest. We're just here, and then we're bringing both legs up, and we're trying to crunch the side here, just keeping that neck nice and neutral, using these obliques, crunching to the side. If that's a little too difficult, you can go with 1 leg, keeping that leg nice and straight, coming up. And then if that's too difficult with the straight leg, you can always go to a bent leg, which would be here, double leg, or single leg. Either way, we're focusing on these oblique side abdominal muscles, right? So let's give it a try, guys.
I'm going for
Whichever
I'm going for the old man version.
whichever variation you want to do.
I feel those.
Yeah.
Forgot about these.
All right, very good. They look awesome demonstration there. All right, so let's do
You lie like a rug.
alternating leg raises. All right, so this one, I also call this scissor kick, right? So if you don't have anyone there to tell you, like a coach, what to do, you're starting 6 inches off the ground, and then 1 leg up, and then all you're gonna do is you're gonna switch, and we're gonna do 10 each leg, right? So try to stay, if no one's there telling you when to switch, about 2-3 seconds in each position, and then you're just gonna alternate. All right, so again, 6 inches off the ground with that bottom leg, and switch, switch, switch. All right, keep that pace. We're gonna keep doing that. One thing to keep in mind here is to always keep that lower back into the ground, all right? This one, when you start to get tired, that lower back tends to come up off of the ground, and it gets a little dangerous, right? So if that ever happens, just, you don't have to move down as far with the legs, all right? You can keep the legs a little higher, and it'll be a little easier. Make sure that lower back doesn't come up. All right, we're down to the final 2, guys. Woo! You can do it. Alternating plank crunch. So this one can be done from a high plank position or a normal elbow plank position. So you're starting here, and what you're gonna do, again, normal plank position, you're just gonna bring an arm and a knee together, out, and then back down. So together, out, back down. And you're gonna do 10 each side. All right, let's try it out. So we got the elbow and the high plank position. I like it. Good. Good. Awesome. We'll call it 10 each.
Yes.
Last one is a plank up. So this one is a combination of a elbow plank and a high plank. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna do 10 each side, where you start in the elbow plank position. Make sure the wrist, elbow, and shoulder stay in line. We're going up and then back down. So we're gonna do 10 each side. Stay with a left, then a right, left, right for 10, and then you go right, left, for 10. All right?
You
Try
did that
out.
so good, Dylan. I don't think we need to demonstrate.
that's well, last one, we got it. Awesome. Notice how if I had a glass of water, I could set it on these guys' back, right? Nice and flat. We're trying not to arch at any section of the back. Awesome. We made it. That's the whole workout. How do you guys feel?
I feel sore, tired,
The core
and awesome.
core blaster, right?
Yeah.
So that should only take about, 10 minutes.
Yeah,
And
we'll write the workout in the description too. If you happen to watch us on YouTube, please make sure to comment, give us a thumbs up, or subscribe to our station. Thanks so much for watching, guys.